Homocysteine is nasty. It causes a lot of heart attacks and strokes. We don't know the exact number because it's rarely checked anymore because they don't think there's anything you can do about it. High homocysteine levels mostly occur due to genetic issues, not vitamin problems. Doctors didn't think it's a vitamin problem. You can treat with B12 or B6 or stuff like that. There might be some patients that works for, but there are some things we discovered in the last 2.5 years while I've been dealing with homocysteine, trying to figure it out. They thought there were just a couple of genetic SNPs that caused it. VARS 677T, if you're homozygous, or CBS. There's actually 17 SNPs, 17 genetic SNPs that can each, if homozygous, any one of them are homozygous, it tends to disrupt your transsulfuration pathway, so you can't convert homocysteine to glutathione. We're also surprised that we figured out, that I think we're the only ones that figured it out, is that, though there's research on it, but we're the only clinical practitioners who figured it out, that homocysteine does not affect you directly, it affects you indirectly. It causes monocytes, or white blood cells, particular white blood cells, to release cytokines, interleukin 8, the number 8, IL-8, and MCP-1. Those are the things that kill you. Those are the things that cause kidney failure, especially the IL-8. MCP-1 is kind of hard to check, so it's easy to track your IL-8. I've got 5 labs right here where IL-8s are dropped to normal when we treated people, and it's not hard to treat. Once you figure out if it's genetic or not, if it's a vitamin deficiency, you got to figure out what the vitamin deficiencies are, and there are 12 deficiencies that can cause you to have a high homocysteine level. Isn't that weird? How does a vitamin deficiency cause that? Well, B6, for example, if you're low in pyridoxine or B6, it will, and everyone's really paranoid about B6, you get toxic on it, all these crazy rumors, things that are around about it. But if you're low in B6, it disrupts your transsulfuration pathway, and you'll get a high homocysteine level from that. So B6 is really critical to that transsulfuration pathway. There are a lot of other vitamins, there are B12, B9, stuff like that. So there are 12 SNPs, we figured that out. 12 vitamin deficiencies, we figured that out, that can cause, if you're deficient in any one of those, a high homocysteine level when you don't have any genetics for it. So that's got to be determined. Is it genetic? Is it a vitamin deficiency? What causes it? And then next thing you do, homocysteine gets converted to glutathione. Glutathione and homocysteine are opposites. There's only one oral glutathione on the planet that has a patent. And we have patents all over the world on our glutathione. So, and you're stuck with us. I didn't realize that as I went through it, that we're going to be the sole option. I know they're looking at Skyrizi, which is interesting because it lowers IL-23R, they think, which causes psoriasis, but so does glutathione. And we haven't tested our glutathione against it, but our glutathione seems to lower all other cytokines, so we can assume it lowers IL-23R, but because it does help with psoriasis, we hear that all the time. But glutathione does seem to lower those cytokines. Like I said, we have probably approaching 100 labs we've gotten. This is a cardinal game changer, this book, because for 50 years, 60 years, I think, we've known about homocysteine, and there's been no good way to treat it. So, and you don't really treat the homocysteine. I can't lower your homocysteine, and I don't care. I can lower your cytokines it creates and causes to be released. That's what's important. So whoever did that research, they deserve a Nobel Prize. And we were able to put it together, and we had this glutathione that we worked for years on developing that actually works. There are no others out there. There are none on Amazon. There are none in the marketplace that patents and have and work rapidly and are oral and everything else. You need something that works like that day. Just giving you an update, 17 SNPs that if any one of them is homozygous, you'll get a permanently high fixed homocysteine. And that's mysterious because most doctors have no idea about any of them. And there's a particular test we developed genetically so it'd cover all 17 SNPs. That's a big deal. So anyway, just giving you a heads up, and there's 12 vitamin deficiencies that can cause you to you to have a high homocysteine level. You got to figure all that out, and then you move forward with treatment, and treatment works really well. I appreciate you following me. I appreciate you watching these videos. Now we're delving into really serious matters. My next book will be on PEMT, a really detailed treatise on that. And then I'm going to do my super important, life-changing book on fibromyalgia. I've done 3 others. This is after studying nearly an 8,000 patient cohort on Facebook. I developed my end to fibromyalgia with natural options. If you want to go look at it, and we think we would do really good work. This is Dr. Dan Purser. I really appreciate you. Thanks for watching.